Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Grok and I had been conversing about Gobekli Tepe in the Fertile Crescent. Everyone wants to believe it was an observatory, something portentous, related to astronomy. I say, no. People of that time didn't have measuring tapes, levels, and calculators. It was built using the sun, stars, moon, and shadows, sure, but it was a simple stopover during the hunt. It was just a house built the way people could back then. Nothing special. Here's a story Grok wrote about Gobekli Tepe and its people based on our interaction. All rights reserved. No part of this work may be reproduced, scanned, or distributed in any form, including digital and electronic or mechanical, including photocopying, recording, or by any information storage and retrieval system, without the prior written consent of the publisher, except for brief quotes for use in reviews. This is a work of fiction. Characters, names, places, and incidents either are the product of the author's imagination or are used fictitiously, and any resemblance to any actual persons, living or dead, events, or locales is entirely coincidental. I edited what Grok wrote to create a real story that sounds like a real person wrote it. The original, while awful, held potential. And now, the Stone Circle. Chapter 1, The Beginning. The scent of wet pines wafted over Tira. She was a hunter as well as a gatherer, and most importantly, she was a mother, her sole reason to crawl the Fertile Crescent for food. A rough woman, no poisonous plant nor vicious animal was capable of matching her fury when her children were threatened. While crouched on a limestone ridge, foliage swaying behind her, she carefully scraped at an old gazelle horn. Below, the hill sloped into a wide circle of tall stones, their tops shaped like crooked arms, reaching for a graying sky. Her son, Kesh, sat cross-legged beside her, jabbing a stick into the dirt, his small brow furrowed. Will the herd come today? He held his hand over the ridge of his brow to shield his young eyes from the bright sun. His mother had claimed for the past 3 days that the herd was coming, but planning was an art not yet mastered by early man. Tira glanced at the horizon. The Taurus Mountains loomed. Ancient peaks remained dusted in white, yet the snow had begun to melt. Water was going to feed crops below. That also meant that animals were close behind to graze.
If the sun climbs right,
she said.
See that? When the sun casts a shadow over the tall stone, the stone your father placed, herds pass the valley.
Kesh huffed, tossing his stick. Watching shadows is dull. She smirked, handing him the horn, a roughly hewn crescent.
Carve it. Make it a moon for your games.
His eyes lit up and he snatched it. With a sturdy stone, he carved away. There was an immense circle of stones below, at the bottom of the hill. The people of the crescent had worked hard to carve, move, and raise them. Around the stones, thin, green, long grass swayed in the wind. The wind also hummed around the stone structures, a haunting melody created by nature. The great stones were meant to support branches and hides, protection from a hot sun in summer, and protection from wind and snow in the winter. It was spring now. The snow melted from the faraway mountain peaks, and within days, the wonderful human structure would collect that fresh water in pools. Suddenly, the band of warriors stirred. A bolt of lightning tore across the horizon. Gray clouds amassed. Then it was raining. 20 men of dark skin streaked with mud worked under the drizzle. Old Maru dragged a boar's haunch to a flat rock. She smiled at her aged husband. Beside her, Yule pounded wild barley with a pestle, the rhythmic thump blending with the wind and rain. The stones, some twice Tira's height, ringed a shallow basin. That's where water pooled. Rain was good. Rain was water before the snowcaps melted. Shivering, Kesh approached his mother. She smiled warmly and held him close.
The herd is sure to come now.
Thank you for being here. This was Chapter 1 of The Stone Circle, an original story written by both myself, Aaron Dennis, and Grok AI. Like and subscribe, and visit www.storiesbydennis.com for more.